Rowdyz, what's up? And welcome to another episode of the Road Trip. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Like, comment, talk your shit in the comments, baby. You know I ain't never mad at getting down and dirty down there, okay? You know what I'm saying. Uh, in this video, y'all, we are going to talk about my mock schedule if I was at Coachella. And I'm primarily going to focus on weekend two, just because that's the weekend that I would go. And that's also the weekend where my family's going to be there. My Q Plus family's, I mean, they're going to be there both weekends, but specifically my family and my Q Plus family that's going in general. But the schedules are pretty similar, right? The times are pretty similar. So I feel like it'll still help weekend oneers. But yeah, my primary focus is going to be on weekend two, folks. If you haven't checked out my artist you should know for Coachella 2025, I put that up last Friday. Go tap into that. I did, I don't know, I did just kind of skate through people. I didn't really do a deep dive like I usually do every year because procrastination, right? Baby, it did a number on me this year. And so I kind of just went through them. It's all in one, so it is a long video. But as all my videos have, chapters, right? So you can skip to whatever information you want to listen to, just like this video. And all my videos are podcastable, so you can turn me on, take that device, throw it to the side, baby, or turn your back to the screen, do what you need to do, and just listen to me, right? And in this video specifically, it is all listening. There is no face to this one. I don't know what I'm going to put up as a visual, but whatever you see is, pretty fun. I'm sure maybe it'll be like some past Coachella content, I'm sure. I'll throw in some of my my journeys to each different stage for you. How about that? And then when I start talking about the lineup, I'll give y'all a picture of the actual set times and stuff like that. Yeah, cool. So hopefully y'all are on your way to the desert, or at least for weekend one, because I'm releasing this on day 0. So shout out to y'all for this journey out to the desert. Oh, I'm so jealous. Y'all have no idea how bad I'm rambling. I know, but we'll get to the meat. And like I said, you could just skip to it if you want to. But I want to be at Coachella so bad, y'all. Y'all have no idea how much I want to hop in my car next week and just go. Yeah. And honestly, logistically, I have already mapped it out in my head just in case I do decide to do that spur of the moment thing. But I'm trying to be smart. I'm trying to be responsible and not do it. But y'all, I will take my ass from Dallas to Indio so motherfucking quick. Okay? I will be in the building if I need to be in the build. Okay? But I'm going to try not to do that, y'all. But I hope y'all are on your way there. And for my weekend tours, I hope y'all are still getting prepared and ready, because it is going to be a motherfucking time. And I'm jealous. But in the meantime, let's do a quick pit stop, do some housekeeping real quick. First things first on the agenda, I forgot to mention some artists. Lola Young, who sings Messy. I like that song. It's been stuck in my head a lot lately, and I should have put her on there, just at least spitting her name out there so y'all would know. We have David, we have Big X the Plug, we got Claro, Four Bats, and Junior Ache. Just some artists, some names you should know. Also, Annie Up. I figured out Annie Up is Chris Lake and Chris Lorenzo. So I know when I did my artist you should know, I was like Chris Lake, and it could be like his alter ego, kind of like Alesso's Body High. No, it is Chris Lake and Chris Lorenzo. Chris Lorenzo is actually on the lineup, so if you're interested in that, go check him out. And then also I missed a huge name. And I know why I missed it, but like it was an accident. But I missed a huge name, and we'll talk about them a little later on in the video. Let's get into the set times, a breakdown of how I would schedule my time this weekend, next weekend, if I was there. Now, my main schedule focus, like I said, is going to be weekend two, even though they're both pretty similar. I want to start off with Friday, of course. And I want to say my overall motto when it comes to scheduling is stay wherever the vibe is hitting. And that came about in 2019 when me and my bestie Alexis, baby girl, you already know. Oh, we're still sick about it. The way that we left Tame Impala in 2019 to go see Kid Cudi, even though it was fun and even though we got a Kanye appearance and stuff, sick. I'm sick. I'm sick about the fact that we left Tame Impala early. She's sick about it, I know. And then ASAP Rocky came out and they did Sundress. Oh, I'm so sick about it, baby. I'm so sick about it. To this day, I wish we could go back and fix our wrong, right or wrong. But it is what it is. But ever since then, I realized I've got to stay where the vibe is hitting. It doesn't matter sometimes who maybe my must-see is, or who I kind of, I want to go over there for. Baby, I have got to stay where the vibe is hitting. So that is my biggest tip of all. Stay where the vibe is hitting, y'all. So getting into Friday. First off, I'm going to go at about 1 p.m. That's when the gates open. Because I need to go get my merch. I need to go get my merch real quick while the lines are low, while I still have the energy, while everything is still in stock, right? Especially for weekend 2, because specifically, y'all know I love my posters by Emic. I love those posters. I'm still debating on if I want to get one this year and have my friends send it to me, or bring it back, Alexis possibly, when she flies back. But I also feel like a bit of like, you didn't go, so why are you getting one, right? I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, so yeah, I'm not sure about that. But anyway, I would say if you're somebody who really wants to get certain merch, go early. Go to the grounds early, and I would leave. I would go back to the villa, and I would hang out there until about 4 o'clock, and then I get back on the grounds between like 4 and 5 because it's just too hot for me. One thing about it, 2 things for sure, it's too hot. I'm not doing it, and that's the whole reason why I hate camping, because I just don't like the uncomfortability about it for me. Yeah. So I go to the grounds at 1. Maybe while I'm there, I might try to stop and go see somebody, to go see a couple people, because I want to say Coco and Breezy are going to be performing early on in that day. Let's see. Coco and Breezy are at 1:45 to 2:45. Raven Lene, but see, Raven Lene is at 2:30. At this point, then, it's starting to get to a point where I might as well stay. Moon Boots is at 2:45. Chris Lorenzo, 4. So, Shermology's 3:45. So, yeah, I just kind of would probably say it would be a no-go for me, if anything, Coco and Breezy. But yeah, go back to the villa. My day would realistically start again at like 4 or 5 o'clock. So main stage, 4:25 to 5:10, I would go see These Sacred Souls. I would also do a pre-dinner in the back, right? These Sacred Souls gives a very chill vibe, very like hang out, relax, let me eat a little meal, prepare for my night, and watch them at main stage. From there, 5:15, I would be at 3-6 Mafia at the SAHARA tent, right? So that's from 5:15 to 5:55. I also say write a lot. So we're going to work on that as well. Now, SAHARA tent, 5:15 to 5:55 to go see 3-6 Mafia. 6:05 to 6:30, I'll be at the MOJAVE to see Doge or Joe. That's what we're going to go with, Joe. I probably leave a little early to walk past David at the Gobi tent. Maybe go see KNEECAP at the Sonora, because I would end up at the outdoor stage to see Tyla from 6:45 to 7:30. Interestingly enough, this is one of those moments where Tyla was on my, if I have time, I have time. But there's nobody in between that time that I would want to see. So I would absolutely go see Tyla, because why the fuck not, right? There's no conflicts. I'm going to go see her. I'm also trying to layer things so I'm not running all over the place frantically. Yeah. So since Joe would be at the MOJAVE, the Gobi, and the Sonora are kind of all in a line. They're all kind of close to each other in a way. So at least I can hit everybody as I go, and I'm not running from, the outdoor stage to the SAHARA stage to go to the Gobi to go to the main stage. It's just too much. These old bones, baby, even though the body is tea. I'm not trying to do all that. So, yeah, in between that time, those would be the ones that I hit. Then I make my way to Tyla at the outdoor from 6:45 to 7:30. And then the Sonora from 7:30 to 7:45. Now, things are going to get a little clamorous. So bear with me. Try to follow if you can. Sonora from 7:30 to 7:45 to see Los Mirlos. I probably would have dinner at the market, which is right in that area. I had main stage 7:45 to 8:05 to see Benson Boone, and then Gobi 8:15 to 8:30 to see Artemis, and then be at the outdoor stage from 8:30 to 8:45 to see the Marías, and then go see Missy Elliot at the main stage from 8:45 to 9:50. That block from 7:30 till 8:45, Los Mirlos, Benson Boone, Artemis, the Marías is messy and a lot of running and a lot. It's a lot. So I'm going to tell you right now, Benson Boone got X'd out, baby. I do not want to see him that much. So Benson Boone is out of the question. We're going to go ahead and free up some space, right? So what I have is between 7:30 and 8:45, we're doing dinner, right? I'm going to stop in to see Los Mirlos. Artemis depends on, time. And if anything, I'll lay my eyes on him for a couple minutes, right? But really and truly, the Marías is one that I really want to see. And so since the Marías are at the outdoor stage, I probably would do dinner there because if you don't know, you can see the outdoor stage from the food market area. And so if you sit facing, like if you're looking at all of the booths in the marketplace to your left, you're going to see the outdoor stage. So if you sit far left, then you should be good to be able to watch. And if anything, get your food and just sit out in the grass. I love doing that at the outdoor stage. So that would be where my dinner would lie, because I already did pre-dinner. This is going to be my dinner. Oh, my mouth is watering for man eating plant. Go get those garlic noodles. Oh my goodness. Or Sammy Blues for those like what is it, like rice balls with the tuna inside, or you could do like beef, or you could do chicken. Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. Eileen and Chris and Lexus and Nisa. But I just know Eileen and Chris and Alexis, y'all are my foodies for real. And Shyla and Mina. What am I talking about? My whole family. Y'all, baby. Oh, eat for me. Please eat for me. I'm so jealous, y'all. I'm so jealous. But yeah, y'all eat all the food. Sammy Blue. Oh, yeah. Anyway. I'm getting off topic. But yeah, I would eat and chill and watch the Marías for dinner. Now, this is also when, after dinner, probably I would go ahead and take some Tylenol. This is the time where you're going to take some Tylenol, guys, because the way in which I need my Tylenol to really kick in. I would love for it to kick in at Missy Elliot, but definitely by HiTech. So yeah, I would like my Tylenol to kick in by Missy Elliot. So I probably would take my Tylenol at about 8:30 because then I still have my appetite, because sometimes Tylenol makes me lose my appetite. So I would take my Tylenol, eat, and then get over to Missy about 4:45. Missy, I'm staying pretty much for her whole set, because I want to say her set ends at, let's see, Missy Elliott's set ends at 9:55. She's from 9 to 9:55. So as long as I got over to Missy Elliott by 8:45, that would allow me 10 minutes to get a good spot. I'd be there until 9:50, because then I'm going to make my way out of the crowd, because I need to get from the main stage to the Gobi by about 10 o'clock, right? And when you're really making your way out of the crowd, you're still going to hear, you're still going to see, especially depending on where you are, you're still going to see the performance. In 5 minutes, I shouldn't miss much. I'm not going to miss much, right? Because I need to go to the Gobi, because from 10 to 10:15, I need to see Catrell. I learned how to say the names. Catrell y PACO AMAROSO. Yeah? Oh, I got to have a moment. But it would only be 15 minutes, y'all. It would only be 15 minutes, because then I got to get my tail over to the MOJAVE from 10:15 to about 10:20, because I need to see the Prodigy. They made a video literally right after I posted my Artist You Should Know on Friday. They made a video talking about their history of performances in the U.S. and specifically Coachella. And it just looks so dope, and it just sounds so cool. And it's just like, I need that moment, especially because by that point, the Tylenol will have really kicked in, and I'll be really good to go, right? Because there's a lot of banging. That's another thing. The Tylenol is really for the banging, and like it helps enjoy the banging a little more. Yeah. Shout out to Mariah for the Tylenol. It's a Tylenol. I love that. So yeah, I would say I would go see the Prodigy for a couple minutes, but again, we'll see how the vibe is, but I gotta get out of there, because I've got to get to the Sonora to see HiTech. Congratulations to HiTech for getting the closing spot at the Sonora. I thought they were gonna be earlier on in the day. They're at night. That's the perfect time. I am sick about it. I would go see HiTech from 10:20 to 11 o'clock. And HiTech starts at, let's see, HiTech starts at 10 o'clock, right? I don't know how long their set is since they're closing, but like I'm going to say at least until 11. So that would give me a good 40 minutes. Now, what I tried to do was place GloRilla in there because GloRilla performs from 10:25 till 11:10. 10:25 to 11:10. So I wouldn't I said here I would get to GloRilla by 11 and be able to see for her from 11 to 11:10. But what's 10 minutes, babe? I guess maybe I'd see tomorrow. Maybe she'll bring out Cardi B. That would be cool. And something that I didn't think of, but Coachella Angel and them mentioned, she's performing on a Friday. It's in a Friday. It's 95 degrees, right? That's on Friday. So that will be a really cool moment. I love that. I didn't even think about that, but that is so cool. So all of you going to go see Glo, y'all are going to have an amazing time. I know my family's going to go see Glo for sure. They're going to be there the whole time. So enjoy that, but I would not make it to Glo. I would honestly skip out on Glo to be with HiTech for as long as I could, and then I would go over to GAGA from 11:10 to 12 o'clock. GAGA's at the main stage, so 11:10 to 12 o'clock, and then I'd make my way over to the SAHARA at midnight to close for Mustard. But I do want to say for weekend one, this is the weekend. This is the day to see Mustard. I have strong feelings about Mustard and his participation in the beef, and not necessarily him making music for Kendrick in the beef, but more so just how he handled things. And I really have an overall feeling about all the niggas that decided to hop their ass in this beef to capitalize on a moment because they're weak, right? Very lame, very weak, very, I'm not big enough to do it, so let me take advantage of the situation and hop on the back of somebody that is strong enough to do it, somebody that is willing to take it there, right? Because I know that if I take it there, nobody's actually going to take me serious, right? It's a 20v1 and it was nasty. But regardless of that, regardless of my feelings about Mustard, right, I would say, and let me be even more specific, right? I've seen DJ Mustard perform a couple times. I saw him in Vegas, and Mustard played a lot of Drake. Mustard, like a lot of his set was Drake heavy. It wasn't Kendrick heavy. So it's just quite interesting to me, his stance and this mockery in a sense. It's not just him making the music, but it seems like he's taking a real stance. It's different than like Tyler, right? I would say like Tyler performing at the Pop-Out show for Juneteenth last year. It was a moment, right? He also did what song is that? Hey Now, Say Now. All About My Bands, right? I love that. I love Tyler's version. But yeah, him doing that, it didn't seem like he was trying to mock Drake. It didn't seem like he was trying to insert himself into a beef just for numbers. Tyler don't need no numbers from nobody, right? So yeah, I just feel like Tyler's positioning in it all is more like it makes sense, and it's not anything that seems messy. Whereas I feel like Mustard and all of them, it just started to get a little messy, and we really saw where they stood when it came to their feelings about Drake, and so it bothers me for sure. Anyway, so I would say, regardless of those feelings, I would absolutely want to go see Mustard weekend one specifically because I know that Kendrick's going to pop out. And I really want to see TV Off. I really want to see that live. I have to see that live. Ooh, that would be sick. But in the same breath, I would absolutely sit my ass down or I'd leave or whatever when Not Like Us came on. Because, yeah, no, nasty. Didn't like it. Disgusting. But yeah, Mustard absolutely needs for Kendrick to pop out. He absolutely needs for Kendrick to pop out. Like, that's just a must. And I also think that Kendrick needs to pop out for these ticket sales. And Coachella Angel Chavez, if you haven't checked out his channel, all things Coachella, go check him out as well. But he made a great point, and I didn't even think about it, but Kendrick actually goes on tour on the 19th, which is the Saturday of weekend 2. So I would say, like, as amazing as Kendrick is as a performer, and I think he's the greatest rap performer of all time, and I know that he could pop out that Friday and then literally go on tour the next day, right? Fly out, go on tour and do his thing and kill it. But I think just from a business aspect, it would make more sense to do it weekend one, because then he can solidify and wrap up all of those ticket sales for the tour starting the following week, right? So I think that just makes way more sense. Even though I do believe Kendrick could do it if he wanted to, I just see weekend one being the place for that. And I also see weekend one lending itself to the opportunity of a SZA pop out as well. I think that Kendrick and SZA doing Luther at Coachella would take the song back to number one, which then blocks Nokia possibly, or Nokia's also still doing numbers, baby. Baby girl. Nokia's still doing numbers, right? Despite. Period. So yeah, I think that would take that song back to number one. And even though Luther was not produced by Mustard, I still believe that, like, I say like a lot. I really got to work on that. Let's work on it right now. But yeah, even though Mustard did not produce Luther, I still think that Mustard owes this entire moment that he's having currently to Kendrick. And unfortunately, even that moment still didn't help his album sales, but whatever, right? And that was literally in the thick of it all, and it still did not help his album sales. But still, he's doing well. He's doing extremely well in this moment, and so he owes Kendrick everything. He owes Kendrick the stage to be able to do whatever Kendrick wants to do. And so if that means giving me and SZA the platform to do this song that you did not produce just for us to have our moment, you'll do that. Period. Right? So I think that weekend one is absolutely going to get a Kendrick moment. I think that weekend one, my prediction is that we also will get a SZA moment. I am curious as to like him performing Not Like Us, and with everything going on in this lawsuit, will he? But duh, absolutely he will. He did it at the Super Bowl, so he's definitely going to do it at Coachella, right? So I would just say, if the reason you want to see Mustard is specifically to see Kendrick, weekend two, maybe start to take that out of your heads. Weekend one, this is for y'all. Y'all are going to get that Kendrick moment. And so for the possibility to be there, weekend one, I say full send. You'll probably miss a lot of Gaga. If not, you're going to miss all of it. But I feel like if you want to see Kendrick and Mustard, then Gaga's probably not in your arsenal or wheelhouse of artists that you listen to or care to see. So go see, Mustard and forget about Gaga. But if you are kind of a toss-up, weekend two, I would say probably go see Gaga if you're not too pressed about going to go see Mustard, or, just Mustard. So yeah, that's my prediction. That's my thoughts for the Mustard situation. And so, yeah, even though he's not necessarily somebody that is a must-see for me, it's Kendrick that I would want to see, and that would be the only reason that I want to go see Mustard. Really and truly, because the rest of it, I don't care. It will be Mustard and Friends for sure. Just like it was Metro Boomin and Friends. Like, I think it will absolutely be, not even I think, I know it'll be Mustard and Friends. So if you're okay with it not being Kendrick weekend two, then y'all go see Mustard. Yeah, but since we're thinking of weekend two, I would just stay at Gaga and watch all of Gaga instead of going over to Mustard. Because again, like I said in that long excerpt, that long rant is that I really want to go see Mustard for Kendrick. So knowing that, assuming and believing that Kendrick will be at weekend one and not weekend two, I probably would just stay for Gaga, and that would be it. So I said midnight to close for Mustard, but I might very well stay for Gaga. Also, something Coachella Angel said, go check his page out if you haven't, y'all. Go. He's going to give you all the things when it comes to Coachella. So love that. But Gaga bringing out Bruno Mars, that definitely could be a moment. So y'all, weekend two, if Gaga does not bring out Bruno Mars for weekend one, expect him for weekend two. I see it too. I also see it. It seems like it just is meant to be. And I would also hope that would be like a preliminary, to Bruno Mars headlining Coachella next year. Yeah, I'm believing that the lineup next year will be great, and especially if Bruno Mars is headlining next year, that lends itself to a Coachella of R&B and funk and groove and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. Go see Gaga if you have the opportunity. Weekend 2, and I say skip mustard, but that's just me. Maybe that's me being a hater. Whatever. Anyway, moving on to Saturday. Saturday, I have titled my rave day. Yeah. So again, getting to the festival grounds around 4 or 5, I'd go over to the outdoor to see Tink from 4 to 4:30, and the Gobi to see Glass Beams from 4:30 to about 4:50. That whole 4 to 5 time would be a heavy dinner. I would eat really heavy, get some great meals in, all of the things, right? Because I'm probably gonna like if no, I would take some Tylenol on Friday for sure. But I really am going to take some Tylenol today, Saturday, because the way in which this thing is, it's going to be a lot of loud sounds, and I need them to feel good. You know what I mean? And even more so, I might need a Listerine strip because for some reason when I take Tylenol, it makes my breath kind of it leaves a bad taste in my mouth, and so I need a Listerine strip to really make it enjoyable because that bad taste can ruin the Tylenol's effects. And so I need a little Listerine strip to really ride the rainbow wave. so so around that time, and you need to plan it out too. I don't know if you're taking Tylenol. I'm assuming you know how to take Tylenol. Do not look to me to tell you how to take Tylenol or tasting a Listerine strip. I'm not the one to guide you down that and tell you how to do it. I'm just telling you how I would do it, right? And so I would have taken my Tylenol at that point, and at 5:25, I would be over at the main stage for T-Pain. I'd stay for T-Pain from 5:25 to 5:55, and then I would make my way over to the SAHARA tent, and I'd be there from 6:05 to 6:25. And I would be over at the SAHARA tent because I need to see disco lines, baby. Because as I said before, I need to feel the freaky disco cunt kitty bangers, right? The freaky disco cunt kitty bangers. I need that from Disco Lines. I need that moment. And the only reason I wouldn't see Disco Lines fully is because Disco Lines and T-Pain are a literal time conflict of the same exact time. Let me give you exactly what time it is. T-Pain is at 5:25 to 6:15, and Disco Lines is from 5:25 to 6:25, right? So complete conflict. And so I would have to go ahead and make a decision on splitting them because I need those freaky disco cunt kitty bangers. Yes. Okay. So Disco Lines at the SAHARA. Then I'd make my way over to the outdoor and be over there from 6:25 to 7 to see Gustavo Dudamel and LA Phil. I'm probably still butchering his last name, but y'all know what I mean. And there I would do a breather. I feel like that would be a breather, but also I feel like that would also not be a breather because they be intense. It's very intense, okay? But I think it would be fun, and especially maybe around that time, Disco Lines-ish, I probably would have my Listerine strips. Yeah, that would be a time because I need to be prepared to be at main stage from 7:15 to 8:10 because it's time to have a brat summer. Okay, Bratchella. I need a Bratchella. Okay, so from 7:15 to 8:10, I'm at the main stage with Charlie doing my thing. Charlie XCX, baby. Now, between 8:10 and 10 o'clock, I pretty much have a free space. I have free time in between there. So that's an hour 50, 2 hours of free time. I would probably go over to the Quasar from 8:15 to 9:15 to see Cascade Redo. I wonder if that's Cascade, but the Redo is what's throwing me off. Back to back with Idris Elba, right? I really would love to see Bozy. Bozy, hey, but the Bozy, hey. I would love to go see Idris Elba, right? And that would be a time also to check out the Red Bull Mirage, that I guess activation and new whole building at that. So I would check that out. I want to say each floor is a different thing. So the first floor is GA, second floor is like VIP artist area, and then maybe the third floor is like specifically artists and like specific level. So yeah, check that out if you have a chance. Then I probably make my way over to the main stage between 9:30 9:45 to see Green Day if I just needed, well, not if I needed something to do. I still would want to just see them, just to see them for a moment, because I'm making my way over to the Mojave at 10 to 10:20. I'm going to see Horse Girl because the Tylenol should really be at peak performance. Do you hear me? The Tylenol should be at peak performance. Yeah. So I want to see Horse Girl at peak performance. Yeah, because now we're going through a run. We're about to go through a run right now. And I need to be energized, and my mind needs to be right. Yeah. The Tylenol. I need my mind to be right. So Horse Girl from 10 to 10:20 because I need my basement moment. I need my Highland Lounge basement moment. If you know, you know. And then I would take my tail over to the SAHARA, and I'd be over there from 10:30 to 10:50 to see Mal P. At 11, I would take my tail over to I keep saying my tail. What's up with these things that I keep repeating? I would go over to the Yuma, y'all. I go over to the Yuma, and I'd be there from 11 to 11:20 to see Eli Brown. At 11:30, I would be over at the SAHARA to go see Kind Music, and I'd be there from 11:30 to 12:15. 11:30 to 12:15, I'd see Kind Music. Something's telling me the vibes would just be so right, and that's what makes this tough, because I would try my best. If the vibes lent itself and moved me, the Coachella spirits moved me over to the main stage at 12:25 to go see Travis. I can't believe I didn't talk about Travis Scott in my Artist You Should Know. And I know the reason I forgot is because he's at the bottom as Designs the Desert. And I was so hyped about that. That sounds incredible. I'm so excited to see what that looks like. But I was obviously reminded once the set times came out, he's performing. So weekend 2, Travis performs at 11:40, right? He's performing at 11:40 weekend 2. And so making my way over there by 12:25, I've already missed about 45 minutes. But I still feel like I would at least get a good dose of what's going on. I feel like I would, because I want to say his set would end at about 1 o'clock. Yeah, 1, I want to say, is their max that they can go till. So 1 or maybe 2. I'm not sure. But either way, I would still get a good chunk. But I just know, and then what Travis say recently with Complex put out, that he was saying, like, y'all ain't ready for what I got going. This is about to be a game changer. This is about to be next level. This is about to be peak performance. Peak performance. So I don't want to miss that. Absolutely don't want to miss that. Absolutely not. So I would make my way over there about 12:25, maybe earlier. We'd see. It'd be nice to maybe even, because this could work too, going to see Kind Music from 11:30, or no. Maybe see Travis start it off, because Travis starts at 11:40. Watch, because what time does Kind Music? Let's see. Kind Music starts at 11:30. Okay. So since Kind Music starts at 11:30, I would probably say I'm going to go ahead and start maybe with Travis. Start with Travis at 11:40. See how he booms that motherfucker off, right? And then make my way over to Kind Music at like 12. Yeah, and then just ride the rest of Kind Music. I don't know. That would be, ooh. I just have to see what the vibes are talking. I'd have to see what the Coachella spirits are telling me. And if they're telling me to go wherever, then I'm going to go wherever. Yeah? Okay. So that's my Saturday. And what I recommend to my family, I don't think that there are many people on Saturday that y'all really, really want to see. I'm looking at the list right now. Besides T-Pain, let's see. I see Ed Sheeran here. I think he was one of the surprise people as well. Baby, I don't want to see Ed Sheeran. And he's too early. It's 3 to 4. I'm not going to be there. When I'm really Tink, maybe, I think maybe y'all might be into Tink. She is R&B. Yo, Gabba Gabba, maybe y'all want to see. I'm really looking through here. And I think Saturday, y'all, Saturday, y'all don't got much planned. I just know y'all, and I haven't talked to y'all at all. We need to have a conversation. But Saturday, oh my God, Salute. I just saw this. I didn't even pay attention to this. Salute is at 3:05 to 3:55. Babe, I've got to see Salute 3:05 to 3:55. So let's backtrack. Salute would be my first. I would have to get there early. God damn, Saturday's gonna be a long day. I'm acting like I'm going. Salute. I would have to see Salute. I would have to see Salute. But the only unfortunate part is I'm not taking my Tylenol that early. So it'd be a lot of noise, and I'm not feeling it the way I need to feel it. But still, ooh, salute might be a miss. I don't know. 3 o'clock is early for me. Maybe if I was already on the grounds and I was camping, but 3 o'clock's early. Salute, shout out to Salute. But I digress, right? I feel like family, y'all don't really have plans for Saturday. I think y'all are just gonna vibe out. I challenge you to follow my schedule. I challenge you for Saturday to follow my schedule. And exactly, you know how I say it? Not exactly. Obviously, feel the vibe. Whatever you're feeling, you're feeling. But these are some artists that I think would really set a good rave day for us. I challenge you to take me up on that. Follow my schedule. And I think in the description box below, I'll go ahead and write out or it's already written out, luckily. So I'll just copy and paste this, put it in the description box so y'all can check that out. Yeah. Cool. So, moving on to Sunday and our final day, day 3, which is always like the dragger because you're just like, oh, it's all over. It's done. Sunday would be my activation exploration day. I'm going to see all the activations. I'm going to go see all the hidden things. I'm going to walk around and see all the different stages, all the different art installations, everything that I have yet to see, everything that I've yet to experience. I'm going to go and see that. I'm going to go and do that on Sunday, mixed in with my artist, right? So, how I have it starting is MOJAVE 4:10 to 4:55 to see Money Long, 5 o'clock to 5:45 Gobi to see AMAROSO, which again y'all know how I felt kind of about her and my artist you should know, but again there's nothing really going on at that time, so I'm gonna go check her out. In between 4 and about 6, I'm gonna be doing dinner. That's where I'm gonna be eating, getting my snacks in, my food in, all of the things, right? Because at 6 I need to be over to SAHARA to go see Sammy Vergie from 6 to 6:30. Then I need to take my tail over to the MOJAVE from 6:40 to 7:25 because I need to see all of Rema. I need to see all of him, baby. I need to see all of him. I need to see all of him. In between, like 7 on, Lesso's, Body High, and Gorgon City, they'll be at the Quasar from 7 until I'm assuming close. Because when I was there last year, it was like the Quasar was going all damn day. Literally all day. And so I would plan to see a Lesso throughout the day. Whenever I had a gap, whenever I'm walking past, whatever. But I know I would definitely stay there for like a good hour just there. But they start at 7. So you have 7 till about close, I'm going to assume. So that's when that placement would be. But I want to say from Rema, I'm going to leave there because the MOJAVE and Gobi are pretty close together. I'm going to walk past Big X the Plug around 7:30. I'm going to walk past him, see what he's got going on because I need to make my way to the outdoor stage for my girl Jenny. Who want to rock with Jenny? Who want to rock with Jenny? Okay? I need to go see my girl Jenny from 7:45 to 8:20. Pretty much her whole set. I need to go see her. Then I need to make my way over to Meg because I need to be there from start to finish. Main stage, Megan Thee Stallion from 8:35 to 9:25. I will be in attendance. And the thing about Meg, I don't necessarily know if I want to be too close. I need space with Meg. Last time we saw her, we were throwing ass and having fun, and it was so turned up. I need that. I need space. I probably would want to be a little bit closer than we were last time, so I'd be a little more in, but definitely want to have space to just turn up and enjoy Meg. I remember when she released, but what song is that? Oh, and she released that, and I was like, "What's this?" I forget the name of it. Oh, I can't. Oh, what's the name of that song? Hold on, y'all. I gotta find the name of this song. Plan B. Plan B. That's when she gave us Plan B. That's Yes. The last time Meg was at Coachella, she did Plan B, baby. And I was like, what is this? I'm liking it. I like it a lot. Yeah. So shout out to Meg. I also, oh my goodness. Baby, somebody needs to get footage of Bourbon live. I need to hear Bourbon live because Bourbon, the way that y'all really slept on Act 2 is crazy to me. Motion, there's just a lot of songs that I just feel like y'all really slept on. When it bigger in everything bigger in Texas. So she's gonna look so good. So excited for y'all to see Megan. So excited for y'all to see Megan. So Megan from 8:35 to 9:25, and then I'd end my night at the Sahara tent from 9:35 to 10:20 to see Ty Dolla $ign. I'm sure it might even be Ty Dolla $ign and friends as well. Because all you niggas owe Ty for the way he was working for y'all in 2019. The way he came through for y'all in 2019, I'm going to need y'all to show up for Ty, period, point blank. Also, I think he's releasing his new album, Tycoon. I don't know when, but I would assume maybe this Friday, tomorrow. Yeah. I would assume he would release it so that he could then perform it at Coachella. So yeah, I think that would be a dope moment. And then I'm not sure again because the Quasar be open all night. Ty ends at 10:20. I want to say they usually have everybody stop performing because Post Malone is from 10:25 till the end of the festival. So I would say 12. So I think that Alesso and them would probably be going on after Ty Dolla $ign. So that would also be the perfect moment for me to just stay and hang out for the rest of the night and check out Alesso's Body High performance. And at that point, my body might be. Okay. Yeah, because if I do decide, but I don't know if I could take Tylenol for 3 days straight. Tylenol 3 days straight is a lot on my body. A lot on my body, and that's a recovery. But my friends are also staying an extra day, which we never do. So they'll be there Monday, and I think they leave Tuesday. So that's a rest day, and that's not, so maybe I could do 3 in a row. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I recommend definitely checking out Alesso at the end of the night and just hanging out there. But yeah, that is my mock lineup for Coachella 2025. That's how I would set up my weekend. Obviously, things don't always go as planned, and I've just learned to trust the Coachella spirits and let them lead me in whatever direction I need to be in. And so if that means, I sit one out and stay for somebody or leave this early because it's not giving me what I needed to give, even though I thought it would, and I need to move on to somebody else, then I would do that. And I suggest y'all do the same, right? Also, don't always just go to artists because of who they might bring out. Right? Because I would hate for you to have missed somebody that you really, really wanted to see. And the artist that you went to instead does not bring out the artist that you had hoped for. You know what I mean? Yeah. So just, enjoy your time. Enjoy the Desert Roadies. Enjoy the Desert family. Enjoy the Desert Q Plus fam. Like, all my Coachella goers, y'all enjoy the desert these next 2 weekends. I am so jealous. Oh, I'm sick about it. And I'm, again, really convincing myself not to hop in the whip. And me and Terbito and maybe my homegirl Maddie, because we have been talking about this for a while. Like, girl, do we just go? Like, fuck it and see what happens. I'm down if you are, maybe. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know, but no, I do know. I'm not going. But if I could, I would, baby. If I could, I would. I just hope that y'all have such an amazing time. Remember to love each other, respect each other, have fun with each other. Look to the person next to you and just have a laugh. Share a smile. Share a twerk on each other. You may not know the person next to you, but twerk, baby. Have fun. Start off, laugh. It doesn't matter. You're here to have a good time. You are in my favorite place on planet Earth. You are in my adult Disneyland. Y'all are in such an amazing safe space, and I pray nothing but love, positivity, fun, excitement, amazing things throughout everybody's Coachella journey. If it were possible, I'd say nothing bad and that like nothing went wrong for y'all and it all pans out exactly the way that it needs to be. Like, that is what I want for y'all. But in the event that things go left or it's not exactly what you want, like, it's okay. Stay open to whatever the Coachella spirits have for you and just have a good time, y'all. All right, I'm done. I love y'all so much. Take lots of videos. Please jump in the comments and talk to me about artists that you may have saw from weekend one that you think people should see in weekend two, and weekend two who you saw. Maybe if you, because I'm the type, I don't be watching nothing from weekend one, so it's a long week for me. But y'all, go ahead and like comment all the things. Comment all the things. Again, like, join the road trip, and subscribe if you're not already a roadie. And I will see y'all on the next one. All right, have safe travels. Have an amazing Coachella 2025, y'all. And I'll see you on the next one. Okay, later, y'all. Love you, family.